Hi, you're watching The Tattooed Psychic. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone watching because I just started this channel and it's just starting to grow. But if you're watching it and took time out of your day, you don't even know how much I love you for that. And so does Spirit. So thank you for that. So today I want to talk to you about the shift. Ooh, the shift. Anyway, the shift that I'm talking about is the one everyone's talking about. Like they feel this energy all of a sudden going into a new place. This morning on Instagram, I follow this woman who always is encouraging people to heal and all of that, and she was talking about the shift. And if you've made it through all of this, right now is the time where it's really active, and congratulations. And I want to congratulate you too, right? Because if you made it to the point where you are understanding and you can identify the negative things in your life, and you've taken the time to heal the trauma, and to learn to love yourself, and to not dim your voice, and be kind in the world. Though you don't have to, just because we have, we use our voice doesn't mean we use it to harm others, right? We have to use it to help others, and I'm guilty of it too, right? I mean, I'm guilty of everything that you are, basically, almost, and maybe some other stuff too, and but it's all about learning and growing and paying attention to our actions. And if you have done that and you're paying attention to how you act in the world, then congratulations, we are here. Look at the sun coming in. We're vibing. We're feeling good. This morning I was listening to Shannon Blake, who I love. If you don't know who she is, she's a young female artist. I call her young because I'm a lot older than her. I could be her mom. But she is fantastic. And I love her, and she always spread positive vibes, and that's what I want to bring into my life now, and I know some of you do too. But sometimes in this change and this cycle, we get a little confused, we get a little lost, because we have to face darkness before the light, right? And so some people do face a lot of darkness in their life, including me. I've had a lot of trauma, and I just want to be here as an example to others, and so do many other healers going through this, and men and women, that we can get through the darkness. Do you know what I mean? And so a lot of us have gone through the darkness right now, but some of you haven't. And so I want to kind of be here to give you that last push and say you're almost there. This year's almost done. We are now going, I think it's an 8-year next year. Yeah. And so we're going to have a whole new set of challenges. Trust me, it's a whole new ball game. But I feel like this. I feel like more and more people are becoming aware that massive change needs to happen. Let's get real. The world ain't pretty right now. The sun is beautiful, right? You're beautiful. I'm beautiful. But it's more about the world itself. Our surroundings are beautiful all the time. The people in our life. I just made a podcast about narcissistic friends, right? Go check it out if you want. It's just a really short, half an hour podcast. And I just talk about my realization of I had narcissistic friends in my life, not just lovers, right? And I think that healing and getting to this point where you are like, okay, there's light, and I feel lighter, the darkness is lifted. It takes accepting all these things and understanding that it's okay to let these things go. And so if you're struggling with letting things go right now, I encourage you. I'm going to give you an extra push today. Come on. Breathe in and just let it go. My gosh, such a heavy burden to carry. Woo. And also, I love this new self of mine because, and I see it in my other friends who are doing this path as well, this healing journey, that we're not afraid to speak our voices anymore, and see and say what we see, like, you're not necessarily in a mean way, but in a truthful way, and being truthful about who we are and how we want to present ourselves to the world and what our dreams are, right? Like, I think as older women, we are often, and I think men too, as we grow older, we're shunned by society like we're useless, when really we have a lot of knowledge. And so I'm blessed that I get to share my knowledge with a lot of younger people, but I know I also get shunned by people too. There's ageism everywhere, honestly, and it's shameful. We should be ashamed of that. You should always, and we should treat younger people too. Everyone should just treat each other nice, you know what I mean? And I get it. We all irritate each other. I get it. There's Karens. Man, I'm embarrassed by white women most of the time, my age, who are Karens and acting crazy in the world. It's embarrassing, right? And I see kids, younger kids, just being totally mean for no reason. And so it works both ways, but there's also good in both generations, right? Not everyone's an asshole, trust me. And there's good people. So if you're at this place in your life where you're finding, wow, I'm trying to change and I'm feeling, like I know what I want, da 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 da, but I'm surrounded by people who aren't supporting that, then get away from those people. You know what I mean? That's what I did. This last week, it was really seeing the people in my life who were in my life years ago and currently in my life that aren't really healthy for me, that don't support my dreams. Do you know that I have people call me that I've known for 30, 40 years and they don't even watch this podcast? They don't even care. They're not supporting my dreams. And I support people's dreams, right? Until they don't support mine. And then I stop because I go look for someone else to support. Now I'm kind of supporting Shannon Blake's dreams. I'm putting a lot of energy into her life because I just love her. She sends a message and encourages women too. She's wonderful. As women, we should encourage each other, right? So if you're finding yourself around narcissistic friends or friends who don't support you or just surrounding yourself with people who aren't healthy and you're still surrounding with them, that's on you really, because that's not onto spirit to change your life that way. That's on you. A lot of people think they're spiritual, so spirit will do all the work and the universe will align everything and all of that, but they forget that they have to play a role in this game too. And it's mostly your game that you're playing. You're in charge. The universe kind of goes where you tell it, right? And gives you signs along the way if you're on the right path. But it doesn't sit there and oh, she's bored today, let's just give her this. No, it's not like that. You've created that. The universe gives you what you have created. I hope that makes sense. And that took me a minute to learn. I gotta be honest. And if you're struggling with that, sit on that for a while. Think about it. Listen to Joe Dispenza, read his books. No, I do not get endorsed by Joe Dispenza, but the man's a genius. I gotta keep it real. He's a healer, a scientist. He's everything. He's everything. Anyway, he's everything to me because he really healed my trauma and my brain structure and the energy I was holding on to for so long. And I know that many of you are healing trauma right now. It's the year of healing trauma. And my best advice to you is that you have to really dig deep. And I always put band-aids on it. Like I said, I didn't go super deep into it until later in life. And you got to go deep, my friends. And it ain't pretty. You're going to hear me say that all the time. It ain't pretty. It ain't always pretty and nice. It is not. But today I wanted to draw some cards off the angel deck too, because I hope all this makes sense. I want to encourage you to keep going if you're struggling, because you are almost there. We are heading out. We're going to end this year. It's going to be a rough winter, I think, for some people, and it's going to be cold. It's time to hibernate, but this is a good time for self-reflection. I love being alone. I love community as well, but I also love spending my time alone, because that's really what I have found is when I learn the most about myself. And I'm alone probably, even at my job I work alone, so, there's people around, but I'm alone 90% of the time. Look at that sun, isn't it beautiful? Feel the vibe. Alright, we're going to draw some cards. Oh, and I wanted to share this with you too, updates. The other night, I've had some cool experiences. I don't know why I'm not sharing them with you. The other night, I met with some healers via Zoom from all over the world. It was quite fascinating, discussing the shift, discussing the war and all these things, how we can heal and try to make things better. And one of the things I want to say is I'm really excited about the future, in the sense that those people who are doing the work and being able to share this energy of love and light and joy and happiness and creating that in a new world. I'm really excited about that, but I'm not excited about the darkness that the world has to go through in order to achieve that. But I also know that this is the world we live in, and it's not always pretty, and it's not always beautiful. Just like your life journey is not always pretty, it's not always beautiful. And for me, it's been the same thing. And I've had people attack me. I still have people attack me. People who I've called sister attacking me. Always just never nothing nice to say. But I haven't spoken to them in years, so they don't even know what I'm doing. And it doesn't matter. And I think that when you get to that healing point where you have done that work and you're in this new space and you're in the shift and you're in the energy of understanding what the new world is, then none of that matters. All that matters is what you're doing to create the world you want to live in. That's it. And that was hard for me to digest, believe it or not. And I'm so glad I did, because it makes sense. Once you do the work, everything makes sense once you accomplish the goals. It does. And it takes me a minute to learn lessons. My old teacher, Darius, he passed on, but he said that Spirit calls me the stubborn warrior. It takes me a minute to learn things. And I'm sure it takes some of you a minute, right? We repeat lessons till they're learned. Oh, and by the way, I posted this thing on karma the other day. I mean, everyone knows everything, right? But for me, I just don't personally believe in karma in the sense that we are being punished all the time from a past life. I don't believe that, just from my own spiritual experiences, right? But I do believe in doing good things, so I want to clear that up. Okay. And I do believe that energy is what we create. I do believe that. Chakra clearing right now. This is awesome, because I think we got this card the other day. So clearly, we are clearing chakras right now. Metatron, and you know how powerful Metatron is if you know. Look it up if you need to. Call upon me to clear and open chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Now, sacred geometry is something I'm not an expert on. I just am drawn to certain symbols, as some of you are. But some of you are really great at sacred geometry. If you are and you want to be on the podcast, please email me at readingswithfaye@gmail.com or leave a comment in the comment section. Man, that would be awesome. I'd love to have somebody who knows about sacred geometry on the show. But I strongly believe in it. And I know there are people out there who use this in their life, and they're very successful at what they do. But like I said, I'm not an expert. But call on it, study it, Google it. We're gonna draw another one. Boy, that shift was amazing. I feel great. I just feel like this power. Life review. Oh God, this is a good one. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change and heal anything that's unbalanced. Listen to me. That's just what I was talking about, right? You have to face things. You have to face the trauma. You have to face the fact that some of the people in your life are no good for you. No good for you. And that's okay. You know why? Because then it opens the door for the right people to come in. And as cliche and as, woo-woo as that might sound, it is very true. You can't. And in this shift, this is all about life review. This entire shift has been about that. I know for me it has, and I know for many other people, including healers all over the world, people all over the world. It's been this life review. I just did 3 readings this week, and it was all about the life review. What's going on? Why am I feeling this way? All those things. What do I need to let go of? Do your own life review and be honest with yourself. The truth will set you free tattooed down my throat, and I believe that. And even for myself, the hard, brutal truth about my own actions in the world, my own way of being, my own, my own actions that put me in places that I shouldn't have been, Be responsible for your life. This one hair is so funny. Look at that. I keep watching it going, who cares? Vanity, man. It's part of the ego. So here we go. Here we go. Oh, what is that? Azrael, you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Remember, you're a healer, baby. All of us are healers to some capacity. Some people are healers through their food. Some people are healers just by being around other people. You know what I mean? You ever meet someone at the, like people in the grocery store, everyone's telling them in the line their life story, you know? Some people are just aground. Some people are actual healers. Let's got this one. Oh, I just, gifts from God. We just drew this one in the last session. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. And that's what the shift is bringing too. And Spirit told me that too. I think I talked about it in one of my podcasts a couple weeks ago. Maybe a week ago, I don't remember. But Spirit was telling me if I just let go of this one obstacle I had, it was based around my family, right? If I just let it go. And my medicine woman was so glad it happened to me. She's like, I'm so glad you're having this awareness because this was the block that was keeping you from your greatness. Once I climbed over that rock, once I removed that block, and that was the final, like it was like floodgates open when I accepted the reality of my family, right? Like I just had to accept it. It was intense. It was not fun. And I'm talking about my blood family. Look at this hair. It's so funny. Anyway, I'm talking about my blood. Nobody else probably knows this but me, but I was talking about my blood family and just having to let it go, you know. It was like I was seeking approval from them, and it's never going to come. And my medicine woman said, I'm glad it happened. As painful as it was, it's okay. Look at this last card. Spiritual understanding. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols, helping you understand spiritual truths. Again, sacred geometry. Look for symbols in your life. You know, I should do a podcast on symbols. But symbols are everywhere. And I always tell my clients to, or ask my clients to be very specific on what they're asking Spirit as far as symbols go, because Spirit is very specific. Because you might see something go, is that my sign? Is that my sign? So if you tell Spirit what sign you want, they should be able to give it to you. And I've seen it happen many, many times. Like, for example, I have a client who asked for a blue bandana. Seeing somebody wear a blue bandana, seeing one in the store, whatever, a blue bandana, then she knows that Spirit is hearing her, and that's it, you know. Stuff like that. I have another, I look for feathers, certain kinds of feathers. Other people look for stones. One client looks for something purple, all purple. Whatever works. One more card. Courage. We just drew this one again. The last, I mean, if you just click the last podcast about narcissism, I think it was that one. Courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Woo! I love it. I don't even know what else to say. I think, you know, that clears it up. The shift is here. Let's go with it. Let's keep each other on track. Let's focus. Let's take a minute right now, Spirit, and call on Spirit and just ask Spirit to come guide us and protect us and love us and get us through this last part of the shift into a place where we can flow easily, okay? Call upon your spirit guides to come walk with you, give you the strength you need to see with clear vision your own life path. I ask you, Great Spirit, to take the hands of everyone watching this video and go into their spirits and show them the power that they have to guide themselves through any darkness that there is, that light is the only answer, that no matter what darkness they are carrying with them, they have the ability to walk through it with love and light and acceptance of who they are. Thank you, Great Spirit, for everything you do for us. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for walking with us. Aho. Say it however you want, but hopefully you guys, I'm going to draw one more. They keep telling me to draw cards. Beloved one. Look at that. Archangel Shemiel, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. This, we're drawing all the same cards, and I did shuffle, but that's just spirit. And the soulmate relationship is the one inside of you, where you connect with your own soul and your own soulmate, right? All right, y'all. I love ya. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to go enjoy this beautiful day. It's so sunny out. Stretch. Love. Be kind. Love y'all. Have a beautiful day.